In the late 11th century, as waves of pilgrims poured into the Holy Land, a small hospital in Jerusalem offered them shelter, food, and medical care. This hospice, dedicated to St. John the Baptist, became a sanctuary for the poor, the sick, and the weary. When the First Crusade captured Jerusalem in 1099, this humble hospital grew in importance. Out of it emerged a new brotherhood that would soon transform into one of the most famous orders of the Middle Ages, the Knights Hospitaller. At first, they were caregivers rather than warriors. Clad in simple black robes with a white cross, they devoted themselves to helping the wounded and needy. Their work gained respect, and soon donations of money and land poured in from across Christendom. But the dangers of the Crusader states demanded more than compassion. By the early 12th century, the Hospitallers took up arms. They vowed to protect pilgrims on the road and defend the holy places with sword as well as charity. Papal recognition soon followed, granting the order independence from local rulers and placing it directly under the authority of the Pope. This gave the Hospitallers great freedom and great responsibility. They built hospitals, commanderies, and fortresses across the Holy Land. Their great hospitals could treat hundreds of patients at a time, offering food, medicine, and even fresh clothing. For many, they were the only hope of survival. On the battlefield, the Hospitallers became as feared as the Templars. Their discipline, courage, and loyalty to their vows earned them a reputation as warriors of both mercy and might. As the 12th century wore on, their role in warfare grew. They garrisoned key castles, fought in major battles, and rode at the side of kings. The white cross on black became a symbol of relentless defense and unyielding faith. Even after the fall of Jerusalem in 1187, the Hospitallers held firm. They defended strongholds like Krak de Chevalier in Syria, one of the greatest fortresses of the medieval world. Its massive walls became the very symbol of Crusader resilience. From their strongholds, they organized raids, protected convoys, and offered refuge to the wounded. Their reputation spread across Europe, attracting new recruits and generous donations. Yet the Crusader states slowly crumbled. When Acre, the last Crusader city, fell in 1291, the Hospitallers were forced to leave the Holy Land forever. They relocated first to Cyprus, then established their base on the island of Rhodes. From here, they transformed into a maritime power, defending Christian shipping against pirates and Ottoman fleets. Their galleys, bearing the White Cross, patrolled the Mediterranean. They combined the skills of knights and sailors, creating a unique brotherhood of sea and land. The defense of Rhodes in 1522 became one of their greatest moments. Though vastly outnumbered by the armies of the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the Hospitallers resisted for months, earning admiration even from their enemies. Eventually, they withdrew with honor and later found a new home on Malta. There, they became known as the Knights of Malta and once again built fortresses, hospitals, and fleets. In 1565, they faced their most famous battle, the Great Siege of Malta. Against overwhelming Ottoman forces, the Hospitallers stood firm, their walls and courage breaking the tide of invasion. This victory marked one of the greatest turning points in European history. The Hospitallers' legacy was not only military, they advanced medicine, maintained hospitals across Europe, and lived by their vows of charity and service. Their black robes and white cross symbolized both the sword and the healer's hand. Through centuries of change, they endured, adapting from a hospital in Jerusalem to a global order. Their influence reached kings, popes, and entire nations. Even today, the sovereign military order of Malta traces its origins to those humble brothers in Jerusalem. The legacy of the Hospitallers lives on, blending faith, service, and courage. Their story is one of resilience, from the deserts of the Holy Land to the walls of Malta. The Knights Hospitaller remain an enduring symbol of devotion, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle to protect the weak. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more history videos.